Welcome to my channel Anas Setan. Seperti biasa kita akan melanjutkan quest Arkon guys. Kita kemana ya? Oh iya, kemarin kita disuruh ke dermaga pelabuhan maksudnya. Let's go baby. Curi dong. Kita kemana? Kita dulu. Oke, kita ke sana. Dung. Di red mata apa nih?
Come and have a good look yourself. Traditional spices of the highest quality, made with pride and experience.
Dibawakan dan pengalaman.
You've got a deal. I can't thank you enough for always looking after my business.
Believe me, I'm not making this up. Several Aramite mercenary groups are nearly in open conflict, but does the core of 30 care?
Wow! Talk about early! This place is busy! Huh? Guess that's only to be expected for the largest port in Sumeru. Maybe?
Ayo maju dong,
Let's
belajarnya
get
bukan
our bearings. So we know that whatever the Academia lost is related to the gods. But other than that, we don't have much else to go on. Osfun told us to try posing as Academia students while Paimon doesn't get it. Won't we look even more suspicious going around saying we're Academia students and asking about the stolen item?
Paimon gagal paham deh, bukannya kita malah jadi lebih mencurigakan kalau bilang kita dari akademi dan tanya soal barang yang dicuri itu. Nah, kita pikir dulu sebelum mulai menyelidiki. Oke, yang ini juga.
Well, given all the people that come through here every day, if there's any information to be found, Paimon bets we could find it in the market. Let's ask around and see what we come up with.
Oke, Paimon. Let's go kita. Kita cari informasi di sini. Alham. Apa kata Alham?
Welcome. How can I help you two?
Hi there. We would like to ask you a question. Do students from the Academia ever come to Port Ormos?
Of course.
Saja.
Especially around this time of year. Students from Sumeru City that are about to graduate often come to Port Ormos to cut loose. Many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted into the Academia, let alone graduate. Sure, we may not be Sumeru City, but Port Ormos offers beautiful scenery and a stress. You see over there? Those are students from the... They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they got here a few days ago.
Dasar. Sorry.
If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better. So long as the Akasha teaches us what we need, then life is...
Those students seem to be discussing something. Let's see if we can listen in.
Oke, kita mengendap-endap nih.
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful. Not to mention that a bunch of scary-looking Aramite mercenaries have been posted along the streets now.
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Aramite factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move on our own, then it would be wise to steer clear of them. Especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about King Deshred and some resurrection. I've even heard that the Citadel of Regzar is starting to get fed up with them. What was that group called again? Ein something or other?
They're called Ein El Akhmar. Today, I heard that the...
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Aramites in Port Ormos deal with trading this kind of thing. They're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the Academia. It's because the kind of goods that students are looking for aren't the kind of goods that Aramites are after. As long as they know you're a student, then deals can be made. I've heard that Akmar likes to set up shop at the Jafar Tavern. Supposedly, if you're willing to part with 500,000 Mora, he'll give you info on anything.
Okay, let's go.
Wait, did you say $500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to buy what we're looking for?
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche. Who else could possibly be after that kind of...
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Then the only thing left for us now is to find a way in. Why don't we all just pool our money together and pay for the information?
Whoa!
Oh, bayar.
Did you hear that? A niche field of research and shady knowledge? It all sounds pretty suspicious to Paimon. Is knowledge something people just buy and sell like that?
Itu dulu aku kedua. Ini coba yang kedua.
So, what's your plan?
Daripada kita coba cerita dengan salah satu. Coba yang pertama.
Wait, didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost us 500,000 more. Have you lost your mind?
Kedapatan mereka mengambil kita ternyata mereka menyebut kita. Coba yang kedua.
Oh, all right. I never thought she'd agree to party with that kind of Mora.
Ayo kita coba. Oke. Kemungkinan kita mendapatkan informasi kalau kita beli 1 juta Mora. Masuk ke dalam ya. Woi bocil, apa yang upload di sini? Dasar.
This is the place we heard those students talking about. Let's
Udah sampai. Menunggu beberapa saat. Oke.
Oh, you've arrived. Please take a seat.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Ha! Once we reclaim the power of King Deshret, they'll be the first that the boss punishes.
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion. They've also amassed a significant amount of more.
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing opportunists out for a quick more?
Yeah, with Boss's fervent devotion, he'll be able to use this power to...
all these guys talk about is King Dash.
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when King Deshret exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
Ruka Devata.
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they meant too. We should ask about...
Udah, terus kemana kita? Menanya. Tarik.
Huh? Who are you? What do you want?
Aku murid dari aku.
A student? What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos?
Aku mau tahu dulu dari tentang benda itu.
Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it?
Kau punya cukup 500.000 murah.
Paimon can't stand so much more ago.
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there.
Oke.
Well, what are you waiting
Coba.
for?
Ntar coba kalian pakai 50 murah. Gimana ya hasilnya?
Oh, that's right. We heard you mention King Deshret just now. We're actually interested to know more because,
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess I can... As you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout believers of King Deshret. Years ago, King Deshret founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advanced civilization, far beyond anything you'll see in present-day Sumeru. King Deshret was the rightful god of wisdom, but he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even stripped him of his title, God of Wisdom.
So, you mean the traitor was...
Pengkhianat itu.
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, yes. That shameless wretch destroyed King Deshret's civilization, and our ancestors were forced to flee to this land. Furthermore, she conspired with the academia to cover up the truth of her actions, and create the merciful and benevolent But the story doesn't end there, oh no. King Deshret isn't truly dead, mark my words. Our god shall return. And if what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of King Deshret.
Kalau yang aku katakan ini bikin kalian menggemetar karena sebelum terlambat. Jadi pengikut aja. Boleh cerita dulu banyak taksi ramalan gitu.
I don't have anything to say to you academia people about that. I think this conversation has reached its end.
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
Saya sendiri bilang penipu tuh.
Huh?
You again? Deranged act.
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me, listen to me. That address he gave you is
Anjir,
fake.
hilang
Or at
200
least,
euro dong.
you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have...
Hey! Shut it all, Hatham! What are you playing at, trying to root?
I told you the other day. I wish...
Ha! The boss made it...
Yes, and in no uncertain terms.
I'm warning you. Don't push us,
Anjir,
or this could
mending
get
kasih
ugly.
50 aja
We don't
tadi ya.
usually get rough with people from the
Gotcha,
academia because it just complicates things. For a lunatic like you, though, we might just have to make an exception.
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. After all, if, on the other hand, we can't agree on any means of negotiation at all, then I'm afraid my next course of action will sting a little more than the mere following through of a few business deals.
Oke.
I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I know you value above all else. I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself. Also, a word of advice.
Ada bertarung ya apa ya? Mau teka-teki.
What did you say?
Jadi teka-teki.
Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through on my word in the past?
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Faros Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp.
Di hari yang sama.
Don't expect us to hold back.
Oh, bertarung ini.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 more to them.
Oh, udah kembaliin dong untuk. Itu lebih murah. Gak dikembaliin deh.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their food yet.
Mr. Iman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently.
Well...
Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa, did you see that? He not only got us our Mora back, but sent the Emirites running too! Plus, he seems to know a lot about what's going on.
Susun dia Pak Emon.
Heading that way, after him!
Mana dia?
Should I adjust the shades
Susu.
control?
Both quantity and quality.
Tunggu muter doang tuh.
Wait up! It's Al-Haytham, right?
Oh, hitam. Lah, macet dong.
What do you want?
Terima kasih atas bantuan tadi.
No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the opportunity I needed. We're even. Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them. Since they weren't able to make off with your Mora in the end, they might harass you again in the future.
Oh, tenang saja.
Alright. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hold your horses! We still have something to Since you tore through their scam right in front of them, you must know the
Who exactly are you two? And why are you a student? Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Coba ini.
Huh? Oh, yeah! He's really strong. Weren't you saying something about a physical...
He doesn't even have a vision. Forget it.
Maybe not, but he can still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way we'd go asking. Those high-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a...
Alright, I accept. Got a pen and paper? We'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier. It doesn't matter if you were willing to part with 500,000 mora for something and you... Look, if you've been making...
We know it's connected to the academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it, but some students want to get a hold of it too.
You know almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information. This is what you've been looking for.
Ini dia menjaga aja. Okay.
Paimon can't tell what it is.
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents. Correct. Anyone. Unlike the Akasha...
That's amazing!
It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. Unfortunately, it's illegal in Sumeru to privately possess. They were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Earth. But despite strict regulations, over the past century, meanwhile, those which the Eremites deemed to be useless to them, well, I think that about sums it up. Oh, so that's your true objective. With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an answer. You're still resolved.
Okay, let's go. Oh, panjang juga ini. Permintaan bergabung, sabar ya. Sabar.
Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must help me with something.
But
I need you to find someone named Dory, a traveling merchant. Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior knowledge capsules, she often has quality goods in stock. Some say that she's guarded against people from the Academia because most of her wares don't... I think she blacklisted me. I meant become one of Dory's customers and earn her trust. This...
Why do you want us to meet with her?
Until you complete this task, you don't have questions. You two are outlanders who haven't been here for... Beyond the password, though, I have no way of knowing what other tricks she might have up her sleeve. You'll have to improvise.
Okay.
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for mora and a shrewd eye for wares, and she only likes customers who she deems to... I'll prepare some funds for you. Buy her highest quality wares.
What? We only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time!
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight?
Aku bisa menggunakannya.
Oh? That's a surprise. Guess I'll have to hold you.
Okay. Wait, ada kata kuncinya apa?
Here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
Okay, kita sentuh.
They look this...
Try inspecting them with elemental sight.
Oh, ini. Sebelah kiri.
How'd it go? Did you see anything?
Dua-duanya menggunakannya. Yang sebelah kiri lebih terang.
Rumor has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally appear brighter when viewed through element. That's because knowledge originates from Soul, the root of dendro power itself. The more powerful the knowledge, the richer it is in dendro. However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy is of little use in contemporary times, so those capsules are of little value. Using elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure.
That sounds pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password. And here's the mora for don't be cheap. You'll need to spend to catch Dory's eye. If there's any mora left over, just keep it.
Oke.
Oh, and be sure to exercise some caution. There have been mantra present in Port Ormos lately.
Matra?
Apa matra?
They belong to the Academia's regulatory body. They also handle cases of the mantra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. If you two want to back out, now's the time.
Aku bersedia mengambil resiko.
Okay, then we have a deal. If you succeed in your dealings with Dory, come find me at the Wikela Funduk. We'll have an open discussion.
Oke. Oke.
Looking at what
Anjir,
Alhaitham wrote,
panjang juga ya.
Dory's informant is a traitor near Old Ormos.
Oke lah guys, karena ini terlalu panjang ceritanya, kita lanjut besok aja guys ya. Lumayan ya. Thank you. Bye bye.